Are you still in the studio? Huh? Okay, I'm ready to go when you are. Yep, that, no, 23rd. You'll need to refresh it. Well, maybe I put the wrong date on there? Surely not. Nope, it says May 23rd. Try refreshing it again. Okay. Pop the sun down, please. And turn wire radio on. And good afternoon. Welcome to Chamber Talk on Regional Radio KGL 103.7 FM. Sorry for the delay for you who were waiting patiently for us to get started. We got a great lineup of guests today. We are broadcasting from the offices of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. And we've got Jeremy Garner here today with the Hughes Center, Cheryl Coulson with Edward Jones, and Sarah Stewart with the Downtown Business District. Lots of things going on. Isn't that right, Miss Ashley?
There's always a lot going on,
Oh,
Patty.
yeah.
It's been a busy day, and I will say this morning we had our ribbon cutting at the library for the children's room. I would encourage anyone who's got kiddos to get out there and check it out, or even if you don't have kiddos, and go see all the work that they did. It's really, really beautiful in there.
Is it really?
Hmm.
You have kids, little ones?
No,
No.
I officially have a junior and a senior now that
Okay.
school's out. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah, last day of school today.
Yeah. You got your hands full.
I know,
That's
I
all
do.
I'm saying. Teenagers.
2 girls too. Yeah, fun
And
times.
girls. How often do you have to hide your favorite
Oh,
shirts?
yeah, they go in my closet all the time. Take my clothes, my shoes, my makeup, my hair stuff. Nothing's safe.
Nothing is safe. Nothing's safe, nothing's sacred unless it's the dirty dishes.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Well, going on today until 6 p.m. over at Mercy is Food Truck Day.
Yeah, I really love that Mercy likes to bring food trucks in because it's a nice change up for everybody. It gives, especially the employees, an opportunity to get some yummy food. Bubba's Fish Shack will be in the parking lot until 6 p.m. today.
And then going on Friday and Saturday. If you've not heard about this, well, let us tell you. Wagons for Warriors is kicking off tomorrow, Friday, at Alexis Drive, or right near Alexis Drive, Graven's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram.
I don't know their address.
Yeah.
You're asking the wrong person.
It's on Elm Street or Route 66.
Yes.
Yeah, right there on Alexis Drive.
I know landmarks, not addresses. So tell me Gravens, I know where to go.
Well, I don't know east and west either, so. Yeah, so anyway, these chuck wagons will be traveling down Route 66, which is also Elm Street, and traveling to the Laclede County Fairgrounds.
Yeah, and it looks like they have more than 30 chuck wagons that will be participating in this. That's quite a few. It'll be really a sight to see.
Oh, absolutely. And during the Wagons for Warriors event on Saturday, you pay $15 for a wristband, and then you get to sample food from all 30 wagons.
Yeah, and they're going to have all kinds of different foods that you would make at a campsite. So it's really interesting to watch them cook it as well. Also, children 5 and under are free.
And there's going to be a cowboy church. There will be a powwow. Now, I know it's the Nanacoke Indians tribe usually comes and does this powwow every year at Wagons for Warriors, and it's pretty neat. They tell stories, they have their native dance, the whole 9 yards. And then, of course, cowboys.
Lots of cowboys.
Lots of cowboys. We like cowboys. The big thing about Wagons for Warriors is it is a fundraiser for our local veterans in need. The ticket that you purchase will be used to help get them to medical appointments. It helps get veterans to, if they need help. Well, with just about anything. I think one year they built a ramp for one family, and then they put a roof on for another family. So I mean, it's a big deal if you can attend. And it's going to be a lot of fun. On Friday and Saturday, also, there's going to be a boat show.
Yeah, LSK Lebanon is doing their open house boat show from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days, Friday and Saturday. And they'll have a lot of different boats for you to look at, from fishing vessels to luxurious pontoons. So go check it out.
It's going to be great. And again, that's 8 to 5, Friday and Saturday. Is that at the Civic Center?
No, yeah, good question. I didn't write the
Maybe.
address down. I told you I was bad with addresses, Patty.
That's okay. One more thing, and then we'll talk to our guests. The circus is coming to town.
The circus is coming now. I know where that's going to be, and it's here at the Civic Center. So definitely want to come and enjoy that with the family. It is from 6:30 to 9 p.m. on Tuesday, May 28th.
And tickets are available online at spectacularcircus.com. And if you look around in some of our retail outlets here in Lebanon, there's some kids' passes available.
There are, and there's
Free.
actually a few here at the Civic Center as well.
See, there you go. Yeah. Just about everywhere you go, you're going to be able to find those tickets for your kids. And then, of course, you have the adult tickets for purchase as well at the Cowan Civic Center or online, spectacularcircus.com. Let me see. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Who's in a hurry? Anybody in a hurry? Nobody? Okay. Jeremy.
Jeremy's going.
Jeremy Garner is with the Hughes Senior Center. And believe it or not, before we know it, the Laclede County Fair is going to be here, and probably one of the biggest events at the fair is Senior Day.
Senior Day at the fair again. I can't. We went back to try to figure how many years we've done this. I know 12 at least that I've been involved in it, but I think it's gotten bigger and bigger every year. We had the downfall during COVID, but after that, we've really built up not only the vendors that come, but people that attend. And this year, we have Laclede County Sheriff's Department. They'll be coming to do a senior scam prevention. Your phones are always ringing with telesales people trying to swindle you into buying something, and that scam prevention thing's really good. We played bingo at 11. We'll have the True Love Quartet that'll be performing, and again we'll have Papa G's Hot Mess food truck serving fruit food that day. Be lots of vendors, games, giveaways, free admission, and it is air conditioned in the exhibition hall of the Civic Center.
And on July 9th, that air conditioning will be a lifesaver.
It will be. So Tuesday, July 9th from 9 a.m. until 1, we'll have signs put up kind of all around the Civic Center, so folks remember to come in and see what we have to offer at Senior Day.
Now, some of those young people, for lack of a better word, they spend the entire day at Senior Day.
There's a lot to see. I think last year we had 70 booths, all with great information to help not only just our low-income folks, but folks thinking about retiring. Even had a lot of younger folks that are taking care of their parents that had lots of questions. But everybody that attends usually has a giveaway. There will be some raffles on about every table. So if for no other reason, get out of the hot and come into the air conditioning and see us that day.
And there's Laclede County Health Department usually attends. Are they going to be there?
They
Jordan
should be.
Valley,
Yep. We're just
Murphy?
now getting booth
Yeah.
forms back, so
Okay.
they've always been there. I'm sure they'll be there again.
Yeah. And they have such important information to share with our young people from the 65 and over crowd.
Right?
I'm almost a young person.
You're almost there.
Almost there. But it is a lot of fun. And also, a quick reminder, the Hughes Center, you guys are still in fundraising mode, aren't you?
We are probably forever and ever and ever going to be in fundraising mode. We do get a lot of funding, especially for our meal program from Aging Best, but just like years past, we still fall short on funding. And I think fundraising is key to any nonprofit in Lebanon and probably across the country. So we're going to consistently hit it hard. We had partnered with the Robert W. Plaster Foundation, Michael Plaster. He's been a blessing. We've met our quarterly goals with them, both first, second, and we're about to hit our third quarter goal.
Oh, wow.
Which
Awesome.
they match funds for new donors. So that's like doubling our money, and we're very appreciative. And we've gotten already to do, had a lot of things that we needed to upgrade and replace, and we've been able to do that with our fundraising money. So
Yeah, that's awesome. And of course, that's just thanks to the generosity of members of the community. And, a lot of times, individuals will think about, our senior centers, the Hughes Center. Well, it's just a place for old people to go. And that is really not the case because you guys have, is it once a week or once a month, the dances?
every Friday night,
Every Friday night, so once a week. And I saw a posting on Facebook, and some people were talking about it, talking about where to go. We want to go dance. We want to line dance. And another person said, "Well, let's just go to the Hughes Center." And these were younger people,
Yep.
like really younger people, like 25.
it's a
you
lot
know.
of fun. It's a lot of fun. The dance, we have different bands every week that come in and play, and they play for donations only. We ask for a donation at the door whenever you come in, and so we're really grateful that we've got some pretty great bands that come in on Friday nights. We'll see from 70 to 100 folks come every Friday for that dance.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I
Must
knew
be
it was.
quite a shindig.
Yeah. I, I know it has gained some popularity. And, the Hughes Senior Center is a place to socialize.
Definitely. And that's one thing. When the first maybe month that I was on the board, I did a lot of hanging around and seeing what they needed over there at the Hughes Center. And we had multiple people that would come up to us, and they thought that we were auditing or looking at what the building was worth and what were we doing. And really, we were just trying to see how we could make this thing better. But we had a lot of people approach us that told us not only is this the only meal that they get, these are the only people they see all day. And so I think socialization is important, especially for our older folks.
Oh, yeah. It definitely helps them, stay younger, feel happier. I don't think there's anything worse than, being older. Maybe your children are all grown and moved and, all of that, and then you have no one to talk to.
Yep.
Everybody needs that social interaction.
Yep, and not only will you get that, but you'll get great food. You won't go home hungry. We've got lots of activities. We have movie day. We're going to be planting flowers where you'll have your own pot and you can plant your own flower and decorate your pot and take it home. We're going to do balloon volleyball. Holy smokes, that's going to be fun. Birthday dinner. We do a monthly birthday dinner, and on that day we usually serve probably the best meal that everybody wants that day, and recognize all the people that have birthdays that month. We've got an awesome quilting club. If you're into quilting, it's growing. I'm not a quilter, but it must be a big deal.
Well, yeah, quilts keep you warm,
Yeah.
and they make perfect gifts.
Bingo, we mentioned the Friday dance, and they also do a gospel sing up there. So we're always trying to add new events. And if you don't want to just hang out, if you'd like to come volunteer, man, we're always needing volunteers for Meals on Wheels or help in the kitchen or help just hanging out with folks.
All right. Well, if you've have never been to the Hughes Senior Center and you want to go visit, it is on 5th Street. Is that right?
It is.
Yeah, 5th Street, right off.
The end of Fifth Street. Dead
off-
ends right into the
Yeah,
Hughes
you,
Center.
you can't miss it. All the way to end of 5th Street. Jeremy, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And folks, don't forget Senior Day coming up July 9th at the Leclerc County Fair. Cheryl Colson is here with us, and Cheryl is with Edward Jones, and she is here to talk to us about, well, different stuff, kind of like money, right?
Good morning. Good afternoon, Patty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, really, I just had a couple different topics to kind of bring to the point of what we think about. Here at Edward Jones, we actually kind of bring Wall Street to Main Street. And one of the things that I have noticed that a lot of my clients have told me in the last couple years is they've always were intimidated to talk to a broker, but when they came in and talked to me, they're like, you just make it so easy. And so I really want to put it out there that if you think that you need it, but you don't think you're big enough, stop by, say hi, and we'll talk about how to get you to your goals. So, but one of the things I never let somebody leave my office without talking about is planning for their estate, because if you don't plan for it, the state will. So if you don't want your family to have to go through probate and those type of things, so I have those hard conversations because nobody's going to live forever, and if you don't make a plan, your family may have some hard times with it, because we definitely don't want things going to probate. And the biggest problem I see out there probably is people just procrastinate. It's an uncomfortable subject. They don't want to talk about it with their kids, and sometimes it's easier to have that third person in the room that I can ask the hard questions, and it makes finding those answers just a little bit easier. And if you're afraid to talk to your parents, or your parents are afraid to talk to you about what they're going to do, come on in. We'll have conversations. So that's what I do at Edward Jones. So I'm obviously not an attorney. I do not give legal advice in any way, but I work with your family attorneys, and I also work with your CPAs to figure out what is the best plan. Because we all know that we either need to save more, spend less, or pay less in taxes. So that's the three ways that you're going to be able to save better for your retirement. Trust, everybody thinks they need to have a trust. You don't necessarily need a trust, but there's obviously reasons to have one out there, and I help people go through with their attorney to figure out, is that what that they need for that. But sometimes just simply having all your legal documents with a TOD on them, that kind of saves it. One thing people don't think about is how's their property titled, and if it's just in a joint and both of the owners get hit by the train over here off of Jefferson, you got to go through probate. You think it automatically goes to your heirs, but it doesn't. So something as simple as a beneficiary deed that you go to your attorney and pick out totally avoids that. So you don't have, because probate is one, expensive, time consuming, and you've become a matter of public record, and not everybody likes that.
Do you think individuals plan for emergencies?
No, and we really should. You really need to stop and think, what happens if the what if happens? And I usually try to tell people to have at least about a year's supply put away of money, because what if you lose your job? What if the tornado hits? What if, the big storm comes through and knocks your roof off? What if? Mm-hmm. And I like to put my money, or advise people put their money in 3 different places. All of us have the hidey hole at home. You got that Sunday that you need, $1,000, go do something. You always got that hidey hole money. And then we want to be able to write a check on something. So your savings account that you can just go out and write a check on. And then there's that emergency fund that you need to get to in 5 days. Those last two are what I can really help you with. A high interest type of a mutual fund type of an account, money market fund actually, of an account. We offer all of those type of things. Obviously can't talk about interest rates when I'm on the air or anything like that, but I'm glad to talk to you face to face. But at least a year's worth is what I highly recommend for people to have.
Okay, now when you say a year's worth, are you talking about a year's, like,
Of your
what
income.
you earned last year?
Yeah, a year's full income. What is it going to take you to live for 1 year without having a paycheck? So, what is your mortgage? What is the insurance? What is your food? What is all of these type of things?
And I hear somebody in the background yelling right now, well, I got to spend that money to live for that year.
Well, that is the hard thing. And a good way too is out of sight, out of mind. So you can actually have maybe a little bit, say even $50 a week out of your paycheck and go straight to a savings account. Whether it's me or anybody else, start putting it away. And when it's not right there at your fingertips, you're less likely to want to tap into it. Now, it is there for that emergency. And I do have people that come to me and they say, oh, I really want to buy that, whatever. I want to buy that ATV, or I want to buy that home, or that extra whatever. And I go, I want to get into my emergency fund. I'm like, but it's emergency. What if the tree falls on your house, and what if, do we really need that? So I help people kind of stay on track, and that's one of the things I do as the financial advisor.
So you hold the pen that signs the checks.
I help them. I hold the chain to the pen that they write the check on.
Okay. That's probably, yeah. And
But I work really closely with families though to see what their goals are, and it's my job to help get you there. So they come to me for advice, and that's what I usually try to do. I may not always tell you what you want to hear, but I will always tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm. And you said putting away $50 a week. Does it have to be $50 a week?
No, not necessarily. Just whatever number wraps up and makes it easier for you. If you're doing it electronically or through an employer, sometimes they have a minimum. That's kind of if I'm going to be putting it away for me to put in a deposit like that, $50. But whatever, I have people that actually, whatever they have extra, they just manually put it in themselves, and it's $20. And when that amount gets to a certain amount, and we can do something with it, then I move it over. So, but I work with everybody individually for what works for them.
I remember being very young, and my mom had this little passbook savings account, right? So now I hear people talking about their savings book, but they're actually putting money into a notebook, into a portfolio, and then keeping it at home. That's their emergency fund.
And that's why I'm talking about the money at home.
Yeah.
I have some people that like the envelope plan. They'll put a $5 in this envelope and $10 in that envelope, and they're saving for a specific small goal down the road. So they want to save, $50, or say they want to save $500 because they want to buy a certain curling iron thing or whatever. That's a good thing at home, but that's not true emergency money. Again, the emergency money is what you need to get to quickly. So let's say everybody has a number too that makes them feel safer. I said a year's supply. Some people like to keep $5,000 in cash at home because on a Sunday, maybe something happens and they crash their car and they have to go get a rental car and they have to pay deposit, or they have to do. It's good to have that. Or it's also good for opportunity too. And you have to do it on a Sunday. You have to do it. And then having the checkbook that you can just write something on. The washing machine goes out. You can go down to Lowe's and you can buy yourself a washing machine when you have it. But with the money market ones are the more like, if I can get to it in 5 days, your roof caved in. You lost your job. Somebody died. You got to get somewhere. Those are the kind of monies that I can help with. But for whatever somebody's needs are, I can come up with a plan to help you.
Well, hopefully they don't happen all at once.
The ultimate trifecta, yeah, that would be my life normally, but no. But I carry through the entire financial picture. I don't just pinpoint everything. When we come in, we talk about what's important to you, and let me help you get to your goals. So I like to develop a relationship with my people, and when I like to meet your beneficiaries as well. I like that whole family thing. I like to meet the beneficiaries before I have to meet the beneficiaries.
Okay. Where do we find you?
I am over on Alexis Avenue. 924 Alexis Avenue is one of my offices.
So you're going to be sitting out on the front porch watching the
I
parade.
can see the wagons. When they're pulling the wagons in over there, I get to see all the horses going through, all the dust they're building. Yeah, it's an excitement thing. If you get the opportunity, definitely go see that.
Thanks a lot, Cheryl.
Thank you for having me.
Cheryl Colson with Edward Jones. Also here with us today is Ms. Sarah Stewart. She is the Executive Director of the Downtown Business District.
Hi, Patty.
Hello, how are you?
Pretty good.
Are you excited for next Friday?
Next Friday is going to be awesome, but we do have something this weekend, too. The summer kickoff party is this Saturday. So today was the last day of school for most of our area kids. I hear also there was there's an ice cream place in town that opened up today for the first time in a while. But we are kicking off the start of summer vacation Saturday with a foam party downtown. Our summer kickoff and foam party this year is sponsored by Deputy and Mizell, and we're actually doing the foam party in the parking lot beside Mizell's office. So between the post office and Deputy and Mizell, we're going to have 3 giant foam cannons. That starts at noon. It's going to run from noon to 2. There'll be an appearance by the fire department. There'll be a truck out there.
Well, yeah, they got to have water to wash off all
they
that foam.
do. We don't want to leave it all weekend. But it'll be fun to play in for a couple of hours. And then we're also going to have some food trucks down there. So we're going to have Hank's Tank Bakery Truck, which has cookies, Dave's Italian Ice, and Dell's with frozen lemonade. So we're going to have that. So that's all happening there on East 2nd Street. And then out by Falcon Floor Covering, we're doing a Chalk the Block. So we're going to have some artists doing sidewalk chalk art, and then we encourage the community kids and then the young at heart also to come and help us just chalk the block and make some cool art, get the community together, and have something we can all look at together.
Oh,
So
nice.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be hot.
Yeah. Well, hot's okay if you're having a foam party.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
going to be great. There's going to be some music. It's going to be awesome. I know we've got a lot of people excited to just, release a little bit of that energy from the end of the year and just start the summer off right. So you can watch the parade, Wagons for Warriors, and what time's that start? Around 11-ish?
Yes.
Okay, 11?
Yeah, it's to leave Gravens at 11 a.m.
Okay, so watch that parade and then come downtown, do the foam party, bring some shoes that you don't mind getting wet and a towel if you're going to get in the foam. And then, yeah, have a good time downtown. And then next Friday is First Friday. And then the next Saturday, June 15th, is our downtown cruise-in. So that will be a nice, fun event, kind of like a festival up and down the whole street. So that'll be fantastic. We've got Fat Mike and the bartenders coming back to do a show. We're doing the Dad of the Year competition again and a cornhole tournament. So that'll be fun. Everybody looks forward to that event every year. That one is sponsored by Mercy, and we are just so excited to have them again. They're going to have a cooling station at the Hive, so it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
And again, not to be confused. Okay, this Friday, right, is the foam party.
This Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
That's the summer kickoff.
Yes, the 25th, this
Okay,
Saturday.
and then the first is First Friday.
It's the 7th, actually.
7th?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the first is a Saturday.
The first is a Saturday. I don't have a calendar.
So it's the first Friday of the
first
month, which ends up
Friday.
being the 7th
Yeah.
this month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if I'd have been looking at a calendar, I would
Yeah,
have
I
known that.
know.
But you know, that's a lot of
Me
work.
too. Yeah.
That is a lot of work.
And
to
then the
look at that calendar.
15th
Yes, that's
is the
big,
cruise in.
The big. That's Father's Day weekend.
It
too.
is,
Yeah, and
yep.
that's why the Dad of the Year.
Yes. And that's
That's
always
why that's so
fun.
important.
Everyone loves that, you
Yeah.
know, kind of like some stroller pushing through obstacle courses and dad jokes. And it's going to be absolutely great.
Dad jokes.
Yes.
Oh, I love dad jokes.
But we're really excited. This is that time of year where we've got a lot of stuff going on all over the whole community, and downtown has a lot of stuff going on. And then, you know, in the summertime, everybody gets to kind of hopefully chill out a little bit, and then it picks back up in the fall. So there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend in particular. I'm really excited for everybody to come out and just really celebrate the beginning of this season.
Mhm. That is true. And, you know, Lebanon, wherever the event is, whether it's the Downtown Business District or the Route 66 Society or the Library Board, or y'all do it up right. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I
It
think
is.
all of those organizations really care about connecting with the community. And so it's really listening to the feedback and doing the things that the people want to see. So, you know, actually caring about our community and the people of Lebanon. And that's what makes it fun, us all engaging together.
Absolutely. Have you heard about Truman?
Truman.
Truman the
Oh,
Trout?
Truman, the Trout of Truth. I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Has he been announced to the people?
He has.
Okay, awesome.
Yes. Truman is now alive and well.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
As opposed to floating belly up.
Well, that's good. That's good. Awesome. I am so excited to hear to see what we get with Truman. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah. Do you know how it works?
I do not.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to find some information.
I
here,
mean, I've
'cause,
heard
it
whispers,
was announced.
you know.
It was announced right after I left, but I know that there are like questions that you can ask.
Okay.
Truman.
Okay. So it's kind of like a AI kind of thing?
Well, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Go to LebanonMissouri.org and find out.
LebanonMissouri.org.
Yeah.
And we'll search for Truman the Trout. Or is he right on the homepage?
Yeah, right on the homepage.
Right on the homepage at
Yes.
LebanonMissouri.org.
Truman, the Trout of Truth.
Truman the Trout of Truth.
Yes. And
Fabulous.
he made his debut today
Awesome.
at Lebanon Middle School.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Another
And-
great thing to kick
yeah.
off the last day of school today.
Yeah.
I've seen little people around, so they must be out already. What time is it? 2:45ish. So, yeah, school is out. It's officially
School.
yeah, it's officially the start of summer then here in
Summer.
Leucippe County. Oh, that's exciting.
Who doesn't know that song? Who does not know that song? Oh, goodness. But yeah, if you want to find out more about the Truman, the Trout of Truth, go to LebanonMissouri.org. Check it out.
Awesome.
And, try to stump him. I
So
think, yeah.
so I'm seeing some Facebook pictures that show that Truman is an actual being that exists, a human-sized form
Size.
with is that a cowboy hat? With a cowboy hat. So
A
anyway,
fishing hat.
a fishing hat. Oh, great, very clever. And a police
And a
vest.
police vest.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And he's
All right.
flanked by police officers there, so
Yeah.
he knows some people in high places. So he must really be in the know.
He's in the know.
He is in the know. That's fantastic.
All right. Real quick here, thank you very much, Sarah. We appreciate you coming and giving us the lowdown on what is going on downtown. Real quick here, coming up on June 1st, the Route 66 Festival.
Yeah, that's going to be at Boswell Park beginning at 11 a.m. And they've got the Bald Knobbers from Branson coming. So that's going to be something you don't want to miss. It's very exciting.
And it's a free concert. A free concert.
Yep,
It's
it's-
outdoors at Boswell Park.
Bring your
the
family.
Parade starts at 11 a.m. at the Industrial Park out on Route 66, and then we'll travel through, stop at Boswell Park, and then the party gets underway for sure.
Yep, it's going to be a night to remember.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for joining us today for Chamber Talk. Thanks to our guest, Jeremy Garner, Sarah Stewart, Stewart, okay. That's Ashley's fault. And also Cheryl Colson, my goodness, with Edward Jones. Thank you all for joining us. And Miss Ashley, I'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Patty.
Chamber Talk is brought to you by the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce and Local Make Sense and by Regional Radio KGL. Have a great day.